Greetings, Earthlings! Planet Mitch, founder and chief astronomer over at Planet5D.com, where we bring you the best DSLR filmmaking and photography and news and information. We send it all down to your planet from our universe, and I know you guys love it. Thank you very much for reading Planet 5D. This is 2015. I'm shocked, isn't it? It's already 2015. This is the first week of 2015. CES week if you're in Vegas. Poor person. Sorry that you're in Vegas, because that's a crazy place to be. Although, it's probably a lot nicer than it is in St. Louis. You see, I've got my hoodie on and a long sleeve and a short sleeve and a lot of stuff because it's 5 degrees in St. Louis today and it's like minus 15 Celsius, I think. You know, when I come down to visit your planet, it's chilly. I don't know why I'm not in some tropical place. So CES has been going on all week. Not a whole lot of new stuff has shown up. There's a couple of new video cameras from Sony. Nikon has a couple of brand new DSLRs that shoot video, but they're nothing earth-shattering there. Kind of the same old stuff. So CES for camera people is kind of a wash. But that's kind of what we expect, by the way, right? And by the way, I was so chilly down here in the brand new observatory that I decided not to put the lav mic on because I didn't want to kind of get all undressed, and so I'm using the NTG, which is over my head. I'm using the NTG2, which is over my head from Rode. And you may hear a little bit more room bounciness than you normally would from my videos, but I just didn't want to get cold. So I'm here to talk about Simple Sunday survey number 3, which I sent out to our subscribers this past Sunday, which I almost forgot because I had a hard drive crash over the weekend and things have been really wonky there. And speaking of cold, Monday we woke up and the heater was dead. So I had to get a guy out here to fix the heater on Monday. And I know you probably don't care about all that kind of stuff because you want me to simply get to the Simple Sunday survey. I'm going there. Here's what we talked about in the first Simple Sunday survey.
You're not going to go through all of those again, are you?
No, I'm not going to go through them again, but I just sort of wanted to remind you about the first survey being about the best DSLR for video. We've talked about that. If you didn't see that, go back and watch those videos. Number 2 was all about brands. Which brand is currently hot on the market? Well, could be cold on the market because, you know, you might have owned a camera like I have for multiple years. Canon kind of kicked the butt on that one, but everybody else is concerned that the other brands are taking over from Canon. Now, the big news last week was about the C100. Canon lowered the price on the C100 about $4,000, just $3,999, which is a little bit more expensive than the Canon 5D Mark III, but significantly lower than the C100 was when they first announced it. So I wanted to know whether or not anybody was going to be buying the C100 now that the price is much lower. The caveat there, of course, is they have announced the C100 Mark II, which has a couple of new features on it. It has the dual pixel sensor on it already, which is a $500 upgrade if you want the old C100. Anyway, the pricing on that was established at $4,900 or $4,500. I can never remember all these prices. It's way too confusing. So I wanted to know whether or not people were going to be buying the C100. So the survey said, and I'll pop this above here so you can see all these numbers in much better detail. But 5% of the people surveyed from Planet 5D, and again, if you want to participate in these surveys, please join us at planet5d.com/join. And get on the email list and you'll be getting one of these every week. 5% said they were going to buy the old C100 at the new lower price. 38% said, no, my DSLR is okay, I'm going to stick with that. We had about 14% who said, no, I'm going to stick with my non-DSLR camera. So they're shooting video with other kinds of cameras. And 7% said they were going to go ahead and get the C100 Mark II. So that's kind of interesting that there's not very many people that are really going after the C100, the old one. However, 13% said that they already have the C100. And there was a whole bunch of things in the other category, and that included comments like, all of them are too expensive, I need 4K. We had several people who said that they were going for the Blackmagic Ursa or the Blackmagic 4K. But one person even said that Blackmagic has a complete strategy as opposed to Canon, who's kind of willy-nilly doing things. I kind of disagree with that. I think Canon's strategy is pretty obvious. They want some people to buy DSLRs, and those people that want to shoot 4K video and other kinds of stuff are going to get the more expensive cameras. They like to sell the expensive stuff. We also had several people mention that they were going to continue renting. Of course, we also had commenters who said they'd already moved to the GH4 or the Sony a7S, which we covered a little bit in the last Sunday survey from last week, talking about brands and where the loyalties are now moving. So we always get comments that come in on any of these surveys that basically bash Canon, that say the Canon's not doing what they want, so they're moving to some of the other brands, which, of course, I mean, it's true with me. People read Planet 5D and then they don't like something and they go on or they stay. And, you know, you can't please everybody 100% of the time. It's just not possible. So Canon's strategy, I think, currently is, let's still do our DSLRs. We're selling lots of them. People, I mean, let's go back, for example, to this one. You know, Canon's got 81% of the market according to our readers who have bought Canon gear. So, you know, how much is that eroding? It's still yet to be seen. But again, Sony was in at 26% and Nikon was at 15%, and Blackmagic was still down at 12%. So is that a significant dent in Canon's armor? You know, we still have yet to see. The market tends to still buy Canon stuff. Why? Because they have Canon glass. And that's a big reason that Canon sells cameras in the first place, is to sell Canon glass. Email came to me just after I recorded the earlier stuff. I went upstairs, had lunch, and this email popped into my inbox that I wanted to let you know about. We've just talked about the C100, and we didn't mention the C300 or anything else, but I get this email from Adorama. I just got this email from Adorama that says the price of the C500 has gone from $19.99 down to $15.99, $15,999. And I apologize because I haven't been watching the pricing on any of those cameras because I've not been in the market. So I don't know whether this is really a super big bargain or not. But it is a big flash that says Canon price changes on Cinema EOS. So I'm taking their word for it that they have dropped the prices on these cameras. The C300 with a PL mount is $11,999, was $13,999, so that's $200 off. The C300 with the dual pixel EF mount is also $11,999, which is a nice price. And again, they reiterated that the C100 with the body only is $3,999. So those are the latest updates from Adorama, just in, big flash right there on my iPhone. Wanted to get that out to you, seeing as how we were just talking about prices on the C100. So if you're in the market, please make sure to buy through Planet 5D links. Go to planet5d.com/Amazon, planet5d.com/BH for B&H Photo, or planet5d.com/Adorama, and we'll get an affiliate commission for sending you through before you buy. So please make sure to go to those links before you buy anything. And with Amazon, for example, it works on any products they sell. If you need to buy diapers or milk or whatever, planet5d.com/Amazon before you go to Amazon to purchase. Amazon's cookies don't last more than half a day. B&H cookies last a couple of days, I think. So you need to keep going back to those links every time you get ready to purchase. But we do appreciate it. It supports Planet 5D, helps feed my family, and they love you for it. So thank you very much. Something I still haven't figured out yet, by the way, with this whole setup that I have going on here. And it's a learning process, isn't it, with everything we do? These pies, and I'll show you when I pop the thing over here, the pie is blue. and I see it as blue, and the camera sees that as pink. When I'm looking on the monitor, and when I look at the video, that's pink. Those are pinks, not blues. So I'm going to have to learn a little bit about why that happens. Maybe it has to do with the white balance settings. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Or the fact that this is an RGB television and that's a different color space. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out. If any of you know, send me an email at planetmitch@planet5d.com or post it in the comments in the blog post below. I'm always willing to learn new stuff. I'm not perfect. I know I'm not perfect, and you people know that too. Because you write me all the time and say, "But you didn't know that." It's okay. I'm willing to learn. Speaking of learning, how was that for a segue? That wasn't planned, really. I didn't plan that at all. But I did plan on telling you briefly about the Camera Conundrum. If you have not heard about it, it's a training program which may apply or may not apply to many of you readers. Some of you who are on the higher scale, who already know a whole lot about cameras, probably don't care. So you can press the pause button or the stop button and we'll visit you next week. But if you're starting out and you want to know more about what's going on within cameras, which one you should buy, which one you should shoot with, whether it's a DSLR or a big boy video camera, or whether you should just be shooting with your iPhone, have a look at planet5d.com/cc and check out the promo video that I have for the product that I have called the Camera Conundrum. planet5d.com/cc, and thanks to all of you readers. If you want to subscribe and participate in these surveys, go to planet5d.com/join. Love having you here. Thanks for watching this. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Am I doing okay? Am I doing poorly? Do you hate the little, "Hi, this is me" stuff on the side? That's okay. I love feedback and I'm willing to listen. So come on over and give me a comment. And don't forget to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Click the subscribe button that comes up next.